This Sunday, we have a big event here in Long Beach. We have the Long Beach the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce annual dinner dance. It's going to be Sunday, 5 o'clock at the Sands Atlantic Beach, which is an awesome place. We were there before for the Summer Blast, which is a great venue. So the man to talk about it is our great friend from the Chamber. Let's give it up, the Executive Vice President of the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce, Mark Tannenbaum.
Hello, everybody. How you doing tonight? Howie's going to be there this time, huh? Howie, you're going to be right there up front at the center table at the dinner dance at the Sands at 5 o'clock. We're going to be honoring this year Alan Rosenberg from the Allegria Hotel. He's going to be our Man of the Year. Our Professional of the Year is going to be Robert Cantor, MD. He's the Director of the Emergency Services at the Long Beach Medical Center. And our Merchant of the Year is going to be David Pinto of Great American Restoration Services. Three guys who really deserve it. David, 25 years a member of the Chamber. The family goes back 2 generations in Long Beach. Does a wonderful, wonderful job. He's got a great business there. And he's always been a provider for the Chamber to help us get the projects done that we have to get done to make sure the merchants and everybody in town are progressing ahead. David Cantor, the Emergency Ward, everybody knows about that. We're a barrier island. We have one hospital on this island. He's built a magnificent center there. He runs that center along with his partners, and he does a magnificent job there also. We have the protection on the island that is open night and day. You hear the ambulances running around. Hopefully they're a little bit lower than normal, but that too. And Alan Rosenberg. Alan created Alrose Real Estate Group, which is one of the largest real estate groups in New York City. And then he built the Allegria Hotel, the beautiful Allegria Hotel out here. I think last week or the week before we broadcast from the Allegria Hotel. Magnificent hotel, didn't spare a penny on building that place. It hosted the Quicksilver event this summer, and it was really hopping. They have a bunch of wonderful events all year long. Just check their website and check the Chamber website as well. There's still tables available for the dinner dance. Again, it's at the Sands Atlantic Beach. It's at 5 o'clock Sunday night, the 6th, 2 days before Election Day. You'll see all the politicians will be there, all the judges will be there. You can shake a couple of hands, get a couple of autographs. It's a wonderful event. We have so far close to 700 people attending. It's the largest event of its type on Long Island. Nobody throws a bigger party than we do. We have 2 bands running. We have a cocktail hour that runs for 3 hours, and then there's dinner and dancing into the night. So come on down, help celebrate the honorees, help the Chamber of Commerce, and come see Halftime Howie down here also. Get to see who's broadcasting this wonderful show for you. Halftime, here you go back.
All right, let's give it up for Mark Tannenbaum. As the host of the show, we try to reach out to all the great foundations and organizations in Long Beach, and I came across the Teresa Foundation. I spoke to Susan Russo, and we want to welcome Susan to the show. And Susan, let's first of all welcome to the show, and let's talk about what the Teresa Foundation does, and let's talk about your academy as well.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to be sitting here tonight with several of my former students from the district. Hello, everyone. And thank you for having us here to speak to everyone. The Teresa Foundation was formed in 1992 in memory of our 3rd child, Teresa, who was born multiply handicapped. And she passed away at 5.5 years old. And about a year after she passed away, we formed a family foundation to give back to children like Teresa. She enjoyed movement and she enjoyed music, so the focus of the foundation has always been on programs with art, music, dance, and also recreation programs for kids with special needs. And as I said, we've been around since 1992. We have an office across the street from Long Beach Middle School. That's the Teresa building, and that is where we chose to house the Teresa Academy of Performing Arts. Through the years working in both public and private schools, I found that there were very few opportunities for our kids with special needs to participate in after-school programs, especially in the arts. Sometimes the programs weren't appropriate for the children. So we decided we would have one central location specifically totally dedicated to music, dance, art, yoga. We have a wonderful Saturday morning respite program from 9 to 12 where the parents can drop off the kids and do what they need to do. During the 3 hours, the children have an art class, a music class, a dance class. We give them a snack. And it's a program, it's not babysitting, which we like to let everyone know. Classes during the week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We have Sunday afternoon workshops. We also have 3 weeks of interim camp during the summer, in between the end of the academic year and the beginning of most of the school and camp programs, when the parents are pulling their hair out because there's no place for the kids to go. We have 2 weeks the end of June and a week in August. So we've got a lot going on, and I encourage everyone to call us and come and visit. It's a very happy place. We're all about fun. Thank you.
And Susan, why don't you give out the phone number and the website for people to contact you?
Absolutely will. The phone number is 516-432-0200. And if you don't get me on the phone, you'll get Amy Dolan Fletcher. And the website is www.teresafoundation.org. Thanks again.
All right, let's give it up for Susan. That was awesome. And now, this young man had quite the Halloween costume. Decked out, he looked like the Green Martian. He's here today to celebrate Halloween and tell us what's happening at Long Beach High School. Let's give it up for Justin Choshin. Justin.
The fall season in Long Beach High School sports is down to its final weeks. The football team played their last regular season game on Saturday as they beat Herrick's with a score of 22-14. Tom Riley ran for 91 yards and a touchdown as Jake Brown got 2 interceptions on the defensive end. Long Beach outscored Herrick's 14-0 in the second half to record the comeback win. Long Beach now goes on to play Cary in the first round of the playoffs. The Long Beach volleyball team finished the season with a record of 12 wins and 4 losses. They have the 4th seed in the playoffs and will start their postseason this Saturday at 3 in the high school gym against the winner of the Syosset Hicksville game. They have a bye in the first round and will start off in the quarterfinals. The boys soccer team capped off their season last Tuesday with a 5-0 win over Westbury. They finished the season at 5-7, but came up short in making the playoffs. The girls volleyball team had beaten Hewlett in the first round of the playoffs on Saturday with a score of 3-0. They are now in a quarterfinals matchup with Southside, although I have not been able to get the final score. The Long Beach badminton team finished their season last week. They finished with a record of 10-2. They finished second place in the standings behind Jericho. The counties took place on Friday at Belmore JFK. And Russell Guest at third singles, Tom Hamlet and myself, Justin Charchan at third doubles, and David Fuchs and David Velez at first doubles all won the county championship at their positions.
So you're a county champion! Give it up for Justin! All right! Excellent! Great job. So how did that feel being a champion, Justin?
It feels great. I made it last year with my partner too, but we were unable to finish in the finals, so it feels a lot better to finally finish it this year.
All right, good job. Let's give it up for Justin. I was reading Long Beach Patch this week, and I noticed a story that warmed my heart. Right from the beginning, our family is Walter and Tracy and Tommy Mundy. We're all part of the family, and I read a story in Long Beach Patch early in the week that our very own Tracy Lynn Krause is going to run a triathlon to raise money for her niece who has leukemia. So I'm so proud of Tracy. From the moment Tracy got the awful news about her niece, she has done nothing but raise money for this great cause. So without any further ado, let's bring in my close friend, who I'm very, very proud of, the one and only Tracy Lynn Krause.
Thanks, Howie. Yeah, actually, I've already done 2 triathlons, but they were little teeny, little baby ones called super sprints. This one will actually be an Olympic distance triathlon. It's my biggest one to date. It's a 1 mile swim, outside swim, not a pool swim. It's a 26-mile bike ride, excuse me, and then a 10K run. And I've actually, because I'm wearing this race in honor of a 3-year-old who's fighting cancer, I decided that I would set a lofty goal for myself and try to win my age group. So there will be a lot of training going on, and hopefully I can do well. I did send out a mailer to every business in Long Beach. A couple of them came back returned, requesting a small donation. Not really caring how much, you know. My goal personally is $4,000, and $4,001 bills gets me that much. Just puts me right at my goal. I'd appreciate anything anyone can do. Again, Howie said, you know, there was a wonderful article on the Long Beach Patch. There's information on there as to how you can donate. If you'd like additional information, you can call me at 347-909-1200, and I can let you know how you can make donations, how you can become a corporate sponsor, and raise money not only for my niece's medical expenses, but also for leukemia research, because most of the proceeds do actually go to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And so that's where we are.
All right, excellent. You know, we heard about the Teresa Foundation. We heard the great work that Tracy is doing, and a couple of weeks ago I spoke to Jerry Barish. Jerry Barish is is the leading advocate of breast cancer from the 80s, not just in Long Island, but all in New York State. Jerry was supposed to be here tonight, but had an emergency and had to be away in another state. But she will be here on another show. And Jerry had a message for us that she wanted to get out there, and that, yes, it was wonderful that October was Breast Awareness Month, but her message was the fight against breast cancer does not end at the end of October. It's a year-round battle. And the gentleman sitting next to me, Joe Satriano, has done so many wonderful things. Joe lost his beloved wife, Susan, to breast cancer, and Joe decided to start a foundation in Susan's honor. And in this foundation, through Joe's hard work and writing a beautiful book, and now he has a second book on the way, he has raised thousands of dollars in his wife's memory for children of moms, obviously moms who lost their lives. So let's give it up for this wonderful man, Joe Satriano.
Well, thank you, Howie. That's very nice of you to invite me over and allow me to talk about my passion in my life. Just before I get into it, though, I got to tell you, I'm always in awe of people who can do things that I can't do. And I was sitting next to these two pictures, and it brought back memories that I guess my position when I played baseball was left out. but you know, through the phoenix rises through the ashes, and that's exactly what the Teresa Academy does, and what Stacy is doing. We take tragedy and we do something with it. That's basically what I tried to do here. The story goes that I was married to my wife Susan for 29 years, and unfortunately 16 years into our marriage she did contract cancer and eventually passed away 13 years after. Well, I had two choices at that point. Either you bury your head in the sand and you die along with her, or you do something positive. And I took the route to try to do something positive. 6 months after she died, I started a foundation in her honor named the Susan Satriano Foundation, where I target children who have cancer parents. This is a very unique foundation because it's very rare that you ever hear about the kids. Cancer has a domino effect, unfortunately. Yes, you hear about the survivor and you care deeply about her or him. Maybe you may hear about the caregiver occasionally, but it's very rare that you ever hear about the child who's also suffering deeply, emotional scars. And this really started for twofold. One, I was a high school math teacher, so was Susan, and yes, we did multiply twice in our lives. And we saw the devastating effects that it had on our own two kids to watch their mom's 13-year demise, plus the fact that as a high school math teacher, or a high school teacher in general, kids don't tell you what's going on at home. All you get to see are the grades dropping precipitously off of a cliff. So I give these kids their moment in the sun, which is very important for them to know, to let them know that someone notices what's going on. And I also give them money to defray college education costs. I'm so proud to say, because you're all looking at the foundation, it's me and me alone. In 6 years of the Susan Satriano Foundation, I've given out $130,000 to 130 kids. And you may ask, well, how does it get funded? Did anyone ask that? Yeah, okay. The way it gets funded is I actually, for a math teacher, this is amazing, I wrote a book. You know, my closest friends suggested that once they knew I was writing this, they said, Joe, number the pages, don't write them. But I didn't listen. And the name of the book is In Sickness and in Health, A Memoir of Love. And that's exactly what it is. I chose the title because our wedding vows meant so much to us. And the truth of the matter is that we learned very early in our 13-year battle that you get one shot on this earth. So either you're going to bury your head in the sand or you're going to live. And we had fun. This book is like watching a MASH episode because it's going to make you laugh, it's going to make you cry. Unfortunately, we know the ending of the book. But the other nice thing about the book, a couple perks actually. One, it's actually helped people to move forward in their lives, that they emulated the way Sue and I did it. We had no intention of being role models, but apparently we became that. And also the 100% of the proceeds of the book goes to the foundation as well. So since the book has been out 2.5 years ago, the foundation's grown by over $7,000, so that's pretty cool. We also run fundraisers. I just finished a fundraiser about 2 weeks ago called A Walk of Lights, where people purchase luminary bags, and pink for someone who passed away of cancer, gold for someone who's presently battling or in remission. And that was a wonderful event at Oceanside High School football track. We raised $10,000, which was amazing, because 2 weeks before that I was referring to it as an intimate walk amongst friends and family. But people actually came through, and that's the other thing too, Howie, that I got to tell you. You know, if you want to meet great people, just run a foundation. It's amazing how many wonderful people come out and support you. They don't know you from a hole in the wall, but they just, once they find your story, about your story, they're there for you, and they do incredible things. So I've been blessed to know Sue for 33 years of my life, 29 years we were married. I want to give back. That's what I'm doing now. That's the passion in my life. I help these kids, and by the way, I should tell you too that it's a national thing. I've helped 24 districts on the island, but I've also sent checks out to Montana, to Texas, to Florida, to New Jersey and Pennsylvania, Peru, New York. I didn't even know there was a Peru, New York. Yeah, it's been a joy, and it's been wonderful because I get to talk about something which I'm very passionate about, my book, my foundation, and people have been very, very cooperative. If you're looking to either purchase a book or get in touch with me, I would direct everyone to the website, which is www.susan, S-U-S-A-N, Satriano, S-A-T-R-I-A-N-O, Foundation, that'll leave for you to spell, .com, or call me at 516-603-5520. So thank you so much, Howie, for letting me on the show and talking about something that I really care deeply about. Thank you.
All right, let's give it up to Joe Satriano. Mayor, I'll ask you a question. Do you know where I'm going to be Saturday night? No, you don't. Tracy, do you know where I'm going to be Saturday night?
I have no clue.
Do you know where I'm going to be Saturday night?
I don't know.
Walter, do you know where I'm going to be Saturday night?
Hopefully at my church.
I am going to be at Walter's church watching my man Walter do it up singing gospel. And after the break, we're going to hear the details of Walter Searcy, the big event at the Christian Light Baptist Church Saturday night. I'm going to be there in Long Beach watching Walter gospel all night. It's going to be great. Gospel in Long Beach Saturday night at the Christian Light Baptist Church. We're going to hear from Walter Searcy after the break. All right, we're going to have a little more fun. Mayor Mitch is coming up. A lot of more fun. We're going to have a little surprise after the break. I am Halftime Howie. This is Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie in the wild west end of Long Beach at Picnic and Schaefer on Long Island's first and oldest radio station,